Hey fellow Outriders, it's Angry Turtle, and in this video I want to share with you my Technomancer build that allows to do Eye of the Storm solo and without much issue at all. This used to be super hard to do even on the team. Now, after last update, I think a lot changed in Outriders. I had quite a long break, but I'm coming back. And I will tell you everything about this build as we'll be going through this expedition. You will see how easy it is. Like, you even have time to talk about the build while doing everything in here. First, as you can see, what I'm using is both turrets and minigun. Minigun is very important. This is like, you cannot change any of those skills if you want to be equally effective. And turrets. Use melee attack to apply the poison and apply the frost. Then you just try to kill something with the minigun, would boost your power greatly on those mobs. And after you boost this power, you can like basically sit here and do absolutely nothing, and your turrets are good enough to deal with all the mobs around. What's insanely effective. Now about the gear. The weapon is not too important by itself as you will not be using it. What's important? You want weapon with armor pierce, status power, and then this is a special weapon that's from pre-order package. That's why I have max health in here. You will not be able to find it. Okay, let me deal with enemies incoming. You will not be able to find it normally unless you have pre-order and you did get it. But if you cannot find it, that's not a problem. There are replacements that you can use. Then you don't need to be too worried about that. I will probably do it in a little bit over 10 minutes as yeah, I'm talking a lot and checking inventory while those enemies are attacking. Let me quickly deal with this brute mother. This is big, huge enemy that's supposed to be insanely tanky, but look how fast we can deal with it. Not a problem. It's a turret build. As you know, normally turret build you would expect to be way slower, but they are not necessarily slow, especially on the map where you don't need to walk around a lot. Then yeah, if you will not have this max health, then you can just use something with armor piece and status power. It's good enough, but even better if you will find some weapon. Okay, more enemies to kill. They're going over them. Let's drop some turrets. Turrets will expire over time, then you need to keep refreshing those. It's kind of important. Then we toss a new turret. And we almost done with this pylon. Then as I said, if you cannot find something like that, you can use a weapon that will have like skill life leech or healing received on the third effect. The two abilities on the weapon are totally not important as they do not work when you use a heavy gun, the minigun. As quick as you draw your minigun, all those effects are disabled anyway, therefore it doesn't matter. The only two effects that do matter for you, only three effects that do matter for you is this status power, is armor penetration, and healing or max health. And now it will be important when we'll be done with this pylon. I will show you how to move a little bit faster. As you can see, with minigun you walk very slowly, but if you draw the turret but do not throw it, you walk slightly faster. What helps you cut the downtime when you need to go from one pylon to another pylon. Next, after the weapon is covered, it's just for those three effects, armor piece, status power, max health or healing, then your armor pieces. And here what's important, anomaly power and status power on every piece. And it's good if you will have some pieces, at least two of those, with skill life leech. Those for the major effect. Apart from that, I like to have one piece with max health. If your weapon will not offer max health, you can consider using two pieces with max health. That will help. I noticed that with 30k of the health on my character, I don't really need to use any other defensive abilities. Like, I'm good. I'm not using any other defensive abilities, what gives me much more power than if I would add a little bit more of ability of anomaly power. Yes, keep saying ability power. That's anomaly power in this game. Then yeah, if I will have more anomaly power, it will not be much of a difference, as every single enemy I kill with the minigun gives me huge amount of anomaly power for 10 seconds. I will show you those effects that we are using here for that. Let me go over it. We have this massacre. That's the super important. Every kill, 38,000 anomaly power for 10 seconds, and it can stack. What is crazy. Then we have resistance against the 45 for extra resistance piercing from the armor piercing on the weapon, just transferred into resistance piercing. Okay, we have more enemies. Not too many, but I need to refresh the turrets and then I can talk more. Alright. Then for the second piece of armor, hail shot for cryo turret to drain power from your status power, and toxic lead. This is how you replenish your minigun ammo. Basically, you melee to apply toxic and then kill with the minigun to get 40% of ammo back. What's great, you will never run out of ammo if you learn how to use it. And we have more enemies incoming. Let me deal with them really quickly. So you can see it's not taking much time and I'm getting all the ammo back. Oh, and we finished this pylon. Okay, let's draw the turret in order to move to another pylon. And that's the last one. We are doing it a little bit slower because I'm all the time on my character inventory and showing you my stuff. But you can do it in 10 minutes. I have a runs with 10-minute time if I focus on killing enemies before they get into the circle. As you know, when enemies get into the circle, they're slowing down your progression with capturing those pylons. Then we cover that. Next one is Tool of Destruction. Minigun active gives you resistance piercing, and important, resistance piercing does apply to your turrets, therefore they do more damage. Then I have Shatter for extra damage against frozen enemies. After that, Euthanizer, extra damage against poisoned enemies under effect of toxic. Twins to get 2 cryo turrets, and last piece of armor, Tool of Destruction, have double the ammo capacity. What's really important, and Unstoppable Force, increase anomaly power by 50% of my resistance piercing. And as you know, oh, this guy would almost kill me as I didn't notice my turrets expired, but we got him. Yeah, this build is super tanky. You can ignore these enemies as you see for quite a long time and still survive. And we good here. Then what I was talking about, Unstoppable Force. That's why we are getting so much resistance piercing, as then we are boosting our anomaly power by half of our resistance piercing. What's crazy. And here you can see all the stats. Resistance pierce is 60%, therefore this effect is giving us 30% boost to anomaly power. That's a lot. That's a lot. And we have some enemies here again as my turrets expired. Let me quickly replenish the turrets and kill this guy. He's slowing our progress. Look how fast he's going down. And it's a huge creature. And he's gone. Another one coming. Okay. Let's shoot him down. And he's gone. Soon we'll have a boss fight. Maybe I will be able to quickly show you my class tree. That's the class tree. All boosted for those turrets, miniguns, freezing effects. I will not go one by one, but you can see what this tree does, including the last one, Overclocked, that gives you a revive after use of the cryo turret. Like basically use cryo turret, and for 10 seconds, if you die after using cryo turret, you will be revived. What is really useful, as it's even lower risk with this build. You normally don't even go low on health. But if this happened, you have this revive. What else is important under the class tree? Of course, the extra damage versus vulnerable enemies, as we do apply vulnerable together with freeze. What is really good, we have some resistance, as we do not use much of the defensive stuff, then we take it from in here. And we have a bunch of enemies incoming. We'll quickly dispatch them like that. And one more very important skill. This one, whenever you use our blighted turret, 30% anomaly power boost for 10 seconds. And blighted turret cooldown is around 10 seconds, then as long as you spam it, you have this bonus all the time. And now the boss fight. This is a little bit more tricky, as you need to save minigun ammo. As this guy, he will be here for quite a while. That's why you need to save this minigun ammo and rely a little bit more on your turret. What you want to focus minigun on are those blue balls. He keep placing those blue balls and they hit quite hard. Your turrets will not target those blue balls. That's why it's your job to target them. You save your ammo, you resist hitting this guy, you keep your turrets up and let your turrets do the job. Erase all the blue balls that he's summoning, and then when he summons his critter helpers, you focus on them to stack some anomaly power from minigun kills and replenish your ammo. And all this time you just keep replacing the turret. Turrets are doing huge damage to him, and you erase his blue balls. No one likes blue balls, and this guy is placing a lot of those. Therefore, we don't want it. And when those guys come in here, you melee them to apply frost and poison, and then you shred them with the minigun. That's the basic strategy. And whenever you kill them, you are stacking some extra anomaly power. And that's important. Look how fast they go down. After you start stacking this anomaly power, they will be going down super fast. Oh, I ignore those blue balls and look what's going on with my health. If you ignore those blue balls, they do hit your health pretty hard. For most part, you are basically like immortal, as your turrets hitting him are healing you simultaneously. And now there is another wave of enemies coming. With those guys, after you kill them, it will be enough to finish the boss. Like, you will stack AP on those guys, and that will be enough to finish the boss. You just don't forget to keep placing your turrets, as you need this extra anomaly power. Kill those guys, and now it's time for the boss. You have enough ammo, and you can keep shooting him with your minigun. Don't forget to keep placing the turrets. You want this damage up at all times. Keep using your melee to freeze those guys that are running at you. Keep shooting, and he will die. He have like no way to deal with you. Just don't forget, blue balls, whenever they appear, erase them. They really do want to use those blue balls on you when he cannot use anything else. And let's kill those guys that are chasing me. And where's the boss? There's the boss. He's almost done. He's almost done. Just need a little bit more hits and he will be gone. Keep placing the turrets, as those turrets not only hit him but heal you. And when he's very low, just focus the fire and mission will be completed. As easy as that. Done. And why this mission is so good? Because that's the best reward, and like 10 minutes of easy work to get the best rewards and gather your missing legendary. It was 13 minutes here. You see how much I was talking and ignoring enemies trying to kill me, and I still didn't die. If you'll be focused on your gameplay, yeah, it will be easier and faster. And the important part of this mission, at the end you have this pick. Whatever is missing, whatever you need for your set, or whatever you need for scrapping to get tier 3 mods, you just pick. That's way better than any other quest that just give random stuff. On top of that, of course, you are getting all the random stuff. Therefore, yeah, it's like free bonus. Or the random stuff on top of everything else. I don't know, I don't need any of those, and I just pick one. And I'm still getting all my random stuff, including random other legendaries that can be in there. And finally, this is a damage summary. As you can see, this cryo turret is destroying everything. Then support with the minigun on chosen enemies that are added danger, so you kill them to stack more anomaly power. Plus toxic from your melee attack and toxic turret. It does apply a lot of damage over time because of amount of status power you have on this build. That by itself boosts toxic damage by a lot. Simple, not a lot to handle, very easy to use. You can solo basically any expedition, but the last one is the best. The best bang for your buck, the fastest farming. And that will be everything for this video. Let me know if you enjoy it, and see you in the next one.